Alright, how's it going everyone? So I've been out this morning, I've been trying to get what I believe could be my 300th jack tagged, but not having any success with the jerkbait. Had this great idea set up, not really working, so the backup plan is, we're going to throw something we've never thrown before. We have the new Daiwa Bait Junkie Prawn. So that's rigged with a 7.0 that I stole out of that other big prawn that I reviewed. And the plan is pretty much, we're going to come along here, we've got some deep rock bars and stuff, where the jerkbaits weren't happening, so now we're just going to go and fish something that I've never fished before and see what we can catch on it. A few people have been getting some stuff and reckon it goes alright, but that's our plan. So we went from trying to get I believe it could be my 300th jack. I reckon I'm within 5 of that magic 300 mark. I was just going to call it anyway for the sake of a fun video, but I tell you what, if I get one on this prawn, we'll call it the same. But let's put it through its paces, let's see how it goes, and yeah, let's just see what we can catch on it. They retailed for about $12 for a pack of 4. They're like a 5-inch-ish. They are quite a large prawn. I'll get it out again. Well, you can tell that has some meat to it. So yeah, we're just going to pepper this rock bar and see how we go. So let's get into it. So as you can tell, it is ridiculously busy, but that's fine. So that's how he looks. He's got some interesting little setup with these little legs. He really does remind me of a Holt prawn in a way, but kind of like a weedless, more segmented version, which I think is pretty cool. It looks all right in the water. It's got a really good sink action. When it falls, because there's so much like in that tail, it really just goes like that. So I think that's pretty sweet. But just along here, we got a heap of rock. Just trying to drift back a little bit, so I got a little bit more to fish. The plan is we're just going to try and catch something off this rock. I was jerk baiting, like I said this morning, but it's just not, it ain't happening. There's just, that is what's happening non-stop, it's just, yeah. Everything I want to jerk bait, I can't. It's just way too busy. And it's just non-stop boats. And unfortunately, everyone hauls it to go to that end to fish. They see all the boats down there, so they come hauling back. And it's like this little weird process of just boats going from one end to the other, to the other. So I figured we're gonna have to fish deep here to get a bite. So for now, we're gonna test the Daiwa Bait Junkie Prawn. Probably got a more technical name, but like I said, I was in there looking at him and I went, oh, that looks nice. And as you can probably tell, we have been fishing all the prawns lately. So why not just continue that trend until I've fished every single prawn lure you can. It's fairly big, it's fairly chunky. So the thing I've noticed is like, you really need a 6.0 to an 8.0 to run this thing. This is the hook out of the chase bait prawn that I ran last time. That's a 7.0. And it really puts it in perspective how big this is. Yeah, there's quite a bit of size in it, which is good. I mean, it's just a really big profile lure. It might be able to entice a better quality fish. It's okay. So like, there's kind of this really shallow shelf here, and it drops off into where we are, which is like a deeper hole. So what I found lately is we've pulled a few jacks off this one little section just here, but more here. They sit on top of it. They're just waiting for stuff to sort of move along. There's faster current on there than back here. So they just sit in this general region as I just wave my hand. They just sit along there. What I'm trying to do is just see if there's one there today. Just running my standard setup for this, which is a 10 to 20 pound rod and it's gonna come to me, 150 or 100 Tatula HLC. It's one or the other. The sizing's weird because they just changed the sizing on it. And then it just has 30 pound braid, and this one will be 40 pound. Got him. Oh, this has got good weight. I think we got a jack here. I think we got a nice jack. Let's see. Oh, just a donkey of a cod. Absolute donkey. Alright. Well, I mean, that's certainly one way to do it. God, he had some muscle to him. Look at him. He's a beast. Ah! There you go. I said he's gone about 45. He's not a happy chappy. We'll chuck him in a live well anyway. We're going to keep fishing till this tide drops as usual. He engulfed that. Like proper engulfed that, eh? Probably the best cod I've got out of here in a while. I've got a few, especially on the prawn lures, but I don't think I've got one this size. Citation needed if I have, thank you. But we'll de-hook him. See, it's pinned him right in that corner. Ah. It's actually a really good start, isn't it? Fish a jerk bait for probably 3-4 hours, get nothing. Tie on the new prawn that I've never thrown before, catch a fish. But that's all right, that's why you bring 2 rods. So that's him again. He's actually he hasn't caused too much damage. It's a little bit of scratching, so it held up fairly well. It's pretty sick. So we'll keep fishing along here, see if we can get something else, eh? So we'll just keep working this rock bar. Been a bit of bait cruising by as we were sort of sorting out that cod, chucking him in. So see if there's anything else sitting up here. So this, I've gotten 3 jacks off this now. That's why I thought he was a jack. I think we're up to 3 jacks in 3 sessions on this little section here. So I thought, that's why I thought he was another one, with how big and heavy he was. But no, he wasn't. Just a big old cod. I don't think I've ever caught a cod off this section here, like off the rock bar. I think we had another cod. Just a big ass stick. Actually, it's something of mine I lost ages ago. No, a long time ago I lost a lure retrieving pole here. That is actually it.
Wait, what is it?
A lure retrieving pole.
What's that?
It retrieves lures. So we got to take a moment to just really think about that. All right, this pole that is now once again in my possession, I lost this when my lure pole fell apart. I'm gonna have to say a year to a year and a half ago, maybe. And even since that day, we have had like 2 or 3 minor floods come through, all sorts of stuff, and it is still here. Now, I'll find the footage and I'll overlay it for you. This is how it should look. And like, what are the odds of that? Like, I've fished this rock bar so many times and just casually snag it, bring it back in. I don't think it's usable. I've still got the old pole. I really don't think it's usable. It'll be a pain to clean, but that's pretty cool. That is really cool. We catch a cod, we catch a lure pole. Like, I don't know, like, I've I've never done that with a lure before, so yeah, we'll keep fishing, but that's pretty cool. That is really cool. I don't know what to say. Like and subscribe if you think it's cool as well. So we'll take a bit of a moment anyway just to talk through what I'm actually doing with this lure. The good thing with this is it's such a big lure. By stealing that hook, the problem I was facing with all the other prawns is they were so slow to sink. You cast out, it hits the bottom here. Whereas this is actually getting to the bottom a lot faster. What I generally find is if you can get the prawn to the bottom, you're going to get more hits. So that's a really good start. It's just the weight is like one of the most important things to get right. You don't want it too heavy, but you don't want it too light. So there's this weird sort of balance you got to try and figure out. But overall, yeah, the technique is cast out, let it sink. Just watching your line, you'll see it just go, slow down, give it a few rapid hits, one big hop, bring it back out, rinse and repeat. Most of the fish will tend to come when it's sort of sinking. It's rare that a jack will come along and pick it up off the bottom, but I mean, they do it. Generally, it'll be sinking and it'll just take off. That's how you know you're on. What I'm doing here is this tree just comes right out. So when you're fishing prawn lures, it's a very, like all prawn lures, you fish them the same. There is very little subtle differences between them all. You kind of just cast it out and you give it a little twitch, 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 just enough to kick that tail into gear. So when you're giving it that little flick under the water, the whole idea is it's going down, then you flick it, hang on, it'll go down, then you flick it up, and then the tail will go like that. And that's all you're really doing, and it's just a continual, let it sink, give it a bit of a hop. You can do like a slow wind. So that, what I mean is you let it hit, and then you just sort of slow wind it like you're crawling the prawn. But I've just sort of found most of the time, I'm having better success just hop, hop, let it sink, hop, hop, let it sink. Especially because we're fishing this edge that falls down to us. So it's going to be a little bit harder to get like a constant speed going. If that makes any sense. Like and subscribe if that makes sense to you. Yeah, I think in terms of pricing, you can go to tackleworld. Tackleworld Lawton had these. They have, I think they're doing, they still might be doing it. It was like buy 3, get 1 free, or buy 2, get 1 free. Either or. One of those things, citation needed. But I thought that's a pretty good deal. So that's why I've bought some of these Daiwa lures to give a run out lately. Give them a test, see how they go. The paddle tail performed very well, as you guys have seen. And now, or actually you may, yeah, I assume you've seen it. I don't know which order I'm posting stuff. And then, yeah, today we're testing out the big old prawn. Yep. Oh, this is fighting better. This is fighting a lot better. Big head shakes though. Big old, I think it's a big, oh, it's another freaking cod. Oh my God. This is definitely the day of cods. What is going on? Alright, now we're going to move back down to that other gravel patch where I missed that fish this morning. Fish a few more trees and then we'll get the lure out and tell you how good the prawn's going. Like I said, I still really want a good jack, maybe a trevally, but I mean, 3 big cod. Like, they weren't even on my radar with how much rain we've had lately and how much fresh is getting around, but yeah, it's going good. It's going good. So we'll just quickly scoot on down to this part and then we'll keep fishing. So let's just see if there's anything here. I said, when I was jerk baiting this morning, I missed one really good hit out of this. Line took off and everything, so kind of hopeful you know, that there might be something still here. That was about 4 hours ago, so yeah, I mean, maybe something else new here, but yeah, just this little section here. Remember I used to fish this ages ago, and then I just stopped for some reason, and yeah, when I was doing my paddle tail, one of my paddle tail reviews, can't remember why I ended up over here, and might have been people on the other side, and I picked up a really good jack off it. Oh, yep. Oh, it's a really good fish. Get away from those rocks. Oh, what have I hooked? What on earth is... Oh, oh, you are dead set kidding me. Oh my God. Well, you are kidding me. What is going on today? Ooh, ah! Well, I'm getting everything ready. And yeah, that happened. Boat is gonna reek now. He's thrown the hook too, but whatever he ate is bleh. Look at this, I'm burling up the water basically. Well, my prawn's gone. Well, the boat stinks again. This is nice. This is dead set nice. Catch a cod and look what happens. I really thought that one was going to be a jack. That just turboed off. That was bulldozing me and everything. Nope, just a cod. But what a cod. Dead set, what a cod. I'm gonna have to get a measure on this guy. My prawns disappeared, so that happened. Yeah, we're down a prawn, but we are up one hell of a cod. Like, I don't think you guys, you might be able to tell, but look at the guts on him. Yeah, shark hangs around. Sit here and splash for a bit, shark turns up. Textbook. Try and get, oh God, I can't remember the last time I got one this big, eh? Like, far out. Alright, you can go in the tank with the others. We're gonna need a new prawn now. Oh God, look at this. This is just rank. This is just rank. This is why you don't want to catch cod. If only you could smell what I can smell, just decomposing fish. Alright, well, the good news is those Daiwas come in a pack of a few. Well, I'll tell you what, I did not expect that. I did not expect there to be a cod that was like, I think he came in 52, 53, sitting on this tiny piece of gravel here, where, like I said, I've caught a few jacks, I've missed a few fish. I'm starting to wonder if that's what I missed potentially this morning. Maybe I missed a cod, like one massive cod. Oh. Well, he's got family members. He's definitely got family members. Why is this a cod day? Is that cod number? We got 4 in the live well. That was 5. Yeah, we've got 6 cod since I've changed lures to a prawn lure. What is... And they're all grouped together, which is really, really bizarre. It's not that bizarre, but... Like I said, last few trips, it's pretty much just been jacks. Like, it's been very, very bizarre. Even the big chase bait prawn managed to get 2 jacks. So that's why I'm so confused. Why am I getting so many cod all of a sudden? Maybe something to do with the moon or something like that. we pulled over into some shade just so I can get the fish out, run you through it, and just let them go one at a time, really. So, got a nice one there. Pretty much we're just going to chuck them all back. It's just so silly. It is dead set silly. I don't know what to tell you, so I just can't get over today. Bit of a smaller one. He's a little bit bigger. Then we'll get out the big boy. Alright, so I've just grabbed out the big guy. I've shown you those little guys. Check him out. Like 53. Look at that big paddle tail. Here's a stonker. So, chuck him down. We'll get into the lure. We'll talk about it. And let's run through it. So in the end, we were throwing the electric shad by Daiwa. It's the new ultra stretchy prawn imitation. Comes in a pack of 4. Recommends a 5060, which I'd agree with. That's a 70 in there. 50, I think you're just going to lose too much. As you can see, it works, but let's talk about what I like and what I reckon they could do better, like what I don't like at the same time. So I really like this front section here. So where those legs are, there's actually room for a weedless hook. I think that's so great because they've actually thought about that slot, which is really cool to see. The other thing I like is this segment here. Like this gives it so much action. It is just absolutely awesome. Like you can see how much is left behind. Once again, super stretchy. But yeah, I love the fact it's centered. I love the way this color looks when it swims. Like it dead set just looks like a prawn from above. Like I can't believe it. Every time I was watching this come back, it looks like a prawn. Some of the things that they could do better is these feet need to be longer or at least segmented, like separated, because the fronts work great. They get a lot of kick. These are sort of like paddles. It's sort of a bit of a trade-off. I feel like they could get more action out of it if they just spent a little bit more time developing this back half. The other thing I'm not too keen on is there's no slit in the front. So it's like when you can see this starts to compress, pushes against it. Now, didn't really affect today's issues. As you've seen, we caught plenty of fish on it, plenty of cod I should say. I think we got 8 or 9, but it's kind of like its downside, but every lure has got it. Yeah, I just think I really like them. I really like the tail design too. Looks just like a little prawn. And will I be buying them again? Yes. But the one thing I reckon that's going to be tricky is the hook setup. There's not really a good hook I can see for using it. This hook was great because this came out of the chase bait prawn. It enabled it to sink like perfect every single time, straight down, straight down, straight down. And it just works so good. That's kind of like the downside of it. Like I said, price wise, it's about 13 bucks for 4 of them, 14 bucks. So that's pretty standard. Another thing I forgot to mention is on top, there's a little segment just for that hook to go in. But look at that, look how much action it's got just in your hands. That's what I really like to see is just action. Like, you know, when you're playing with these lures, you want them to do a lot so you don't have to put as much action into them. And it's just so cool. Like I've actually had a really good time fishing this today. I brought them along, I didn't think I was going to be fishing them, and here we are. The jerk bait just wasn't working, so I thought let's tie it on, let's knock out a review, and yeah. So gear wise, this is a 10 to 20 pound rod. Most 10 to 20 pounds will work. You really just want a stiff with just a little bit of action in the tip. Running 30 pound braid, and this one might have 40 or 50 pound leader, I'm not too sure. And it's just a Tatula hyper long cast. I think he's a 100 or a 150. I said earlier, Tatulas and that, they keep changing what the sizes actually mean. So like a Corrado 200 is like a Tatula 150, but it used to be the same as a 150 was the same as a 100, and it's just, you can't keep up. So once again, there's the lures. Go check them out. I reckon they're pretty cool. Like, I know they do a smaller version, like a 2.5 inch version, which I think looks pretty neat, but yeah, for a big prawn lure, so this 127 for fishing the snags, I like it. I like it. I don't have many options in these bigger 120s, as you've seen. We've got the Irukandji that I didn't run in the 5 inch. I didn't test that one out, I only did the 4 inch. We've done the chase bait in the big prawn. I haven't done the Xeric, but I have fished the Xeric before. So yeah, there's only a couple more prawns to do, and then I will run through pretty much everything together. I'll talk you guys through what you should get, when you should get it, and how you should fish all these lures. So if you made it this far and you've enjoyed it, drop a like, drop a subscribe. Like and subscribe, as I would say. And yeah, I've had a good day today, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.